All right, today we're going to tackle a problem that can either supercharge your company's productivity or, let's be honest, grind it to a halt. We're talking about the IT help desk, and we've got a blueprint to turn it from a bottleneck into, believe it or not, a real business asset. So let me ask you something right off the bat. Is your company's IT support secretly hurting you? I mean, really think about it. The lost hours, the frustration from your team, the big projects that lose momentum over some small tech glitch, that all adds up. It's a real hidden cost to your business. Okay, so let's get into what we call the IT support headache. And to fix it, we first have to agree on what good even looks and feels like, right? It's time to set a completely new standard. Take a look at this list. Yeah, of course, you need fast responses and people who know their tech. That's a given. But the things that really make the difference, they're the human skills. We're talking clear communication without all the tech jargon, actual empathy, and patience. You see, great IT support, at its heart, is a customer service job. It has to be simple to get help, and they should always follow up to make sure you're actually good to go. So how do we get there? How do we build that ideal experience? Well, it all starts with a pretty big shift in thinking. It's about focusing on what actually matters to your people. It's about measuring success in minutes, not in some abstract corporate metric.
This right here, this is the whole game. Your employees, they couldn't care less about your internal service level agreements, your SLAs. They care about one thing and one thing only. How fast can they get back to doing their actual job? Their entire experience is measured in the minutes they get back in their day, not some percentage point on a manager's report.
And this comparison just makes it crystal clear. The old way is all about process, chasing these rigid SLAs, which honestly just makes everyone wait around. The new way, it's all about performance, focusing on how quickly a problem is actually solved, which, surprise, surprise, makes employees happier and actually boosts productivity across the board. So that's the big mindset shift. But look, a great philosophy without a great plan is just a nice idea. So how do you actually do this? Let's get practical. Here is your 5-step blueprint to build a help desk that people don't dread calling. Here's the roadmap. It's super straightforward. First, you assess what you actually need. Then you pick the right tools, you train up your team, you empower everyone with self-service, and then you just keep an eye on things and keep getting better. So, let's break each of these down. First things first, you gotta do your homework. Step 1 is all about assessment. You can't just guess. You have to understand the real problems. What are the top 3 issues that clog up the system every single week? How many requests are you really getting? This data, this is the foundation for everything else.
Okay, step 2, getting the right gear. A modern ticketing system? That's table stakes. But the real magic, the real efficiency gain, happens when you mix smart AI with your amazing human agents. Let a bot handle all those "I forgot my password" resets, instantly, 24/7. That frees up your people to tackle the really tough, complex problems.
Now, with the right tools in hand, step 3 is all about your people. Look, technical skill is the baseline. It is not the finish line. You have to invest in training them on customer service, how to talk to someone who's frustrated, how to explain something complicated in simple terms. Those so-called soft skills are what turn a good help desk into a truly great one. Step 4 is all about empowerment. You know what the best support ticket is? It's the one that never has to be created in the first place. When you build a great, easy-to-search knowledge base or use simple chatbots, you're letting your employees find their own answers instantly. It's a win-win. It's faster for them, and it cuts down the ticket volume for your team. And finally, step 5, and this is crucial. This is not a one-and-done project. A great help desk is always evolving. You have to constantly monitor the metrics that matter, like how long it takes to solve a problem and, are people actually happy with the service? This data tells you what's working and where you can get even better. So this all sounds pretty good in theory, right? But does it actually work in the real world? Oh yeah. The proof, as they say, is in the numbers. Get this. A global financial services firm put in an AI help desk and boom, they slashed the response times by a massive 40%. And it's not just about reacting faster. A healthcare provider started using predictive analytics and cut their system failures by 30%.
They were literally fixing problems before they could even happen.
And one more for you. A big retail chain launched a self-service portal, and just like that, help desk tickets dropped by 25%. The results speak for themselves. This blueprint flat out works.
Okay, we've gone through the philosophy, the 5-step blueprint, and we've seen the proof. Now, let's pull it all together into a final checklist you can actually use.
But before we get to that checklist, a quick but really important point. As you build this out, compliance has to be front and center. This is not an afterthought. You have to be thinking about data protection laws like GDPR, security standards, and making sure your tools are accessible for everyone on your team.
And here it is, your actionable checklist. We've talked through every single one of these 5 tasks. Seriously, take this, bring it to your team, and just start checking these boxes. This is your path to building an IT help desk that people actually like.
So I'm going to leave you with one final thought. Take a hard, honest look at your company's support system and just ask yourself this. Right now, is your IT a barrier that gets in the way, or is it an enabler that helps people do their best work? The good news is, the answer to that question is completely in your control. Thanks for tuning in.